Hello would-be librarians, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will discuss in detail question number 31 to 35 from UGC NET June 2025 paper. Each question is explained clearly along with correct answer and reasoning for better understanding. So stay tuned till the end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you find it helpful. So our first question is, what is the annual subscription amount of Journal of Indian Library Association for individual online subscription? This question was deleted from the UGC NET paper as the correct answer was not given in the options. The correct answer for this question is rupees 1500. The Journal of Indian Library Association is one of the most respected research journals in the librarian information science field. According to official information available on the ILA website, the annual online subscription fee for individuals is rupees 1500. This type of question often tests whether you have explored authentic library association resources. Always keep yourself updated by checking the official websites of ILA, IFLA and other organizations because UGC NET sometimes includes such factual questions. Complete information regarding individual and institutional subscriptions is given on the ILA website. Next question is, Technology Focus is a periodic publication of, the correct answer is DRDO. DRDO stands for Defense Research and Development Organization. Technology Focus is a bi-monthly publication by the DRDO. It showcases innovations, technologies and products developed by DRDO labs. The magazine is distributed to the Indian Armed Forces, universities, research institutions and industries. The key takeaway is Technology Focus belongs to DRDO, not ISRO or BARC. You can even access it on DRDO's official website to stay updated about the latest defense technologies. Question number 33 is, in chain procedure, the link which does not represent a subject with definite name is known as. The correct answer is false link. This question comes from Ranganathan's chain procedure, a classic concept in library cataloging. In the classified catalog code, Ranganathan proposed a way to derive subject headings systematically, known as chain indexing. Now, a false link is a link that doesn't represent any actual subject. It is generated from non-semantic digits like dot or zero. Apart from false link, there are two most important links of practical use are unsought and sought links. Unsought link is a substantive heading on which either there is no published material or a user is unlikely to ask or look for material on that subject in the library. And sought link is a link which is neither false nor unsought. Some library user is most likely to ask some material on it. The first link is always a sought heading. Last link too is a sought heading if it does not end with a time facet. A link from the time facet is a false link. Each sought heading generates one class index entry, thus the number of class index entries depend upon the number of sought headings in the chain. Let's understand some more important terms from Ranganathan's chain procedure. These are upper link, lower link and missing link. Upper link can be any link above another link except the last one. It is similar to the broader term in a hierarchy. In simple words, an upper link represents a broader subject compared to the one below it. Also remember, what is upper for one may be lower for another. It's all relative. Here 950 is the lower link for 900 but it becomes the upper link for 954. So 950 acts as both upper and lower link depending on the comparison. Lower link is just the opposite. It is a narrower subject or the one that comes next to its upper link. For example, from the same table, 950 is the lower link of 900 while 954 is the lower link of 950. The last link in the chain has no lower link because it is the most specific subject. Missing link is like a skipped step in the chain. It happens when a link that should be there in the logical sequence is missing or bypassed. In some cases, between history and India history, there might be an intermediate subject like South Asia history. But if it is skipped, that becomes a missing link. So missing link is basically an invisible link, one that should exist between two subjects but doesn't appear in the chain. In DDC, sometimes we add extra digits like zeros or dot just to make the class number complete or properly formatted. These added symbols don't represent any real subject. They are only there to maintain structure, so they are called false links. In simple words, false links are structural parts of a class number that don't stand for any subject. They are used only to make the notation complete and readable in DDC. This is an example of Ranganathan's chain procedure, a method to derive subject headings for the alphabetical part of a classified catalogue. Now, title of the book is History of India during the Mughal King Shah Jahan and its class number is 954.0257. Ranganathan's chain procedure breaks down the class number step by step, turning it into meaningful subject headings. First class number is 900. It represents general geography and history. These kind of topics are too general or rarely searched. That's why it comes under unsought heading. Another class number is 930/990. It represents history. It is inserted to complete the logical flow between 900, that is general history, and 950, that is Asian history. Without it, the chain would skip a level. Hence, it is called a missing link. The topics like Asia history, India Asia history, Mughal Empire, Shah Jahan, all these are useful topics that users are likely to search for. So all these topics comes under sort headings, and the digits or marks like 954 dot or 954.0 that don't represent real subjects, they are just structural. All these comes under false link. So each sort heading becomes an entry in the subject index, helping users find materials under related topics easily. Our next question is, under the UGC plagiarism regulations, what is the penalty for level 2 plagiarism? 40 to 60%. The correct answer is option number 2, debarring the students from submitting a revised script for 1 year. The UGC Promotion of Academic Integrity and Prevention of Plagiarism Regulations 2018 set strict rules for handling plagiarism in research work. For level 2 plagiarism, which means 40 to 60% similarity, the penalty is the student is debarred from submitting a revised script for 1 year. Let's quickly recap the plagiarism levels. Level 0, which means up to 10% similarity, there is no penalty. Level 1, which means 10 to 40% similarity, revision allowed within 6 months. Level 2 means 40 to 60% similarity, debarred for 1 year. And level 3, that is above 60% similarity, registration may be cancelled. Also note that Even though UGC hasn't formally addressed AI generated content yet, many universities treat undisclosed AI use as plagiarism. So, always cite sources properly and mention it if AI tools assisted in your work. Question number 35 is entropy is a measure of. The correct answer is option number 4, degree of uncertainty in information. The term entropy was introduced by Claude Shannon in his 1948 paper, A Mathematical Theory of Communication. In information theory, entropy measures the uncertainty or unpredictability of information. If a message is very predictable, its entropy is low. But if it's highly unpredictable, entropy is high. In librarian information science, the concept helps quantify how much new or informative a message is. This concept is used in areas like data compression, error detection, and signal analysis to quantify unpredictability. So friends, that was our detailed explanation of question number 31 to 35 from the UGC NET June 2025 paper. I hope this video helped you understand not just the answers but also the reasoning behind them. If you find it helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for the next part. Thank you for watching and all the best for your UGC NET preparation.